Hey everyone, Dave the Mantis here. Just making a quick video to show you the new features and levels in Fall Guys Season 2. I like to call it Jellybean Genocide. As you see on the right, there's a new section which says Show Selector. If you press square, you go to two different options. The first one's Main Show, where all your different levels are, same as in Season 1. Gauntlet Showdown, however, is just race levels. And you don't have any sort of team-based levels in it, and your last level that you'll play is Fall Mountain. In the next section you can see there's a new section there called Interface with two different tabs. The first one is Banners. As you can see, I've only unlocked two so far. And then the second tab is Nicknames, which I'm assuming you'll accumulate as you level up, same with the banners. In the third section you'll see that once again, as you level up, you'll be able to accumulate new rewards. These are all the different rewards for the season. The Orc outfit looks freaking awesome, can't wait to get it. And as you can see, they've added the banners now to the level progression. You'll also notice that as you go up, the crowns increase. Here's the Jester outfit, which I think is probably going to be one of my favorites. 3 crowns here. I think as you get higher up, it's 5 crowns. Once again, 40 different levels for you to go up in. And yeah, here you can see there's a dwarf as well. I'm sure they'll be adding more in your daily prizes. So yeah, let's start the first of the levels. This one's called Night Fever. This is your classic race game. In a dev video that they did, they said it was harder than Slime Climb. My personal opinion, it's not actually that hard. It's a little bit more difficult than your standard whirligig or all the others that came in Season 1. You'll see quickly now how it progresses. As you get to the first section here, you'll notice that there are blades constantly trying to cut you down as such, but there are also holes in the ground. This section's not too difficult to get through. It's this next section which you kind of have to be a little bit nimble to get through. As you can see, the first time I failed it. Second time as well. Like with any luck, you'll be able to actually get past it relatively easily. Another section of the same, just going in the opposite direction. There's a slime floor at this point with more blades which tend to push you to the left or to the right. This section here is quite difficult because these rollers have a tendency to drag you and to pull you into the holes. So my advice there is just to kind of run as fast as you can when you have a gap, and then also just to jump and dive because they are a little bit longer than you would think. This is more a waiting game. Just wait for the drawbridge to go down. This is War Guys. This is a little bit more different. You have to kind of team up in order to actually push these platforms around. As you can see, there's 5 different sections as far as I can see. As we know, in Fall Guys, people don't always help you out. So let's just see how we go here. Like many of the other platforms in previous games, you can actually jump and grab on the surfaces. As you can see there, that one's not too difficult. Obviously, if people aren't working together at all, it's going to be much harder. And the more people that progress forward, the more you're going to struggle, because if you're one person trying to push one of these platforms, it's actually quite hard. It takes forever. As usual, jump and dive always works for many different scenarios. A lot of these new levels seem to kind of exercise your platforming skills, which is great. as you can see, majority of the people have still got the old skins. Majority of the stuff hasn't been unlockable yet. This game has just come out, well, this season at least. If you're wondering about the lack of music, I prefer playing Fall Guys without the music. They only really have one track. They have added a little bit more into the old track for Season 2, but I kind of get very irritated with it over time. So depending on the platforms, you can get up relatively easy. You don't have to do more than 2 or 3 platforms to get by. So once again, not that difficult. This level I struggled with. This is Egg Siege. This is your standard egg game. And by the way, this is a recording of somebody else playing, just in case you're wondering how bad I am at it. With all team-based games, you never know whether you're going to get further as such, as even if you're doing your part. As you can see, there are platforms for each color. If you go back to where your platform ends, you'll see there's a very different kind of section for throwing your eggs into. Very different from the other egg game in Season 1. Completely different layout of the level as well. Naturally, everybody tries to grab you. You can see with majority of the levels that they've added these blades, keeping with the medieval theme. And all the drawbridges seem to go up and down, preventing access a lot of the time. But if you look to your left there, you can see what the new goals are as such for the eggs. If you do get stuck in it, you have to climb all the way around. And you'll notice that just above where you can climb out, there's small little holes. I haven't had too much of a chance to test out if you can push an egg through easily or not. But it's fairly straightforward. Okay, the last new level is Hoopsie Legends. It looks like they've only added 4 levels to Season 2. Apparently they will be adding more, including a new mode. In the beginning, when you have mode selector, they will be adding one called slime something. I'm not sure what it involves, but I'm assuming it's going to be slime climb based, very similar to that. So with this one, this is your standard hoop game. Of course, you can see it's a lot more difficult to actually get up to the top. This is me actually watching another player, so let's see how he does. You can see a lot of the elements are carried over into all the games. The slicing blades, the platforms, they all seem to be new features that are added in there. This one seems to add all 3. I picked this guy to watch because he's got one of the better skins that came out in Season 1. One of the characters from Portal. As usual, it's just as difficult to get crowns than it was before. Just be aware with all the new levels that they are tacked onto the existing ones. So whichever mode you're playing, you're still going to get your standard levels that you had before. These are just now added onto it. And they are planning on adding new levels as well. This guy's not great. Looks like it's a little bit different with this one. You need to actually get 6 hoops in order to qualify. That's why you'll notice that the people qualifying on the right, it's kind of going up quite slowly. Man, this guy's struggling. You can see this is a bit different from the previous hoop one. It's a mad scramble to kind of get a bit higher because all the hoops seem to be accessible from the top and not really from the ground. Obviously, as people continue to play it, they're going to find new and interesting ways to cheat the system as such. I haven't seen any of those yet. But as usual, Fall Guys is lots of fun. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed my first video. Cheers.